And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the next match of the YugiTuber Grand Championship. In this match, we have MSTTV playing Spiral going up against Hardleg Joe playing DDD. And with us for this electrifying commentary, we have not one, but double the commentary, which I guess would make three of us. So we have Nim Nim as well as Farfa.
What's going on? We got the Goon Squad here commentating.
Happening, plebs. It's the low tier YouTubers' turn to commentate today.
Yeah, we've definitely upgraded from table 500 compared to your last match, Farfa.
Hey, my last match was really good. I hope you guys are excited for my next round as you are for this one. So, Tombox here, he's got a good hand. Well, for going second anyway. So
yeah, if we're going second, I mean Ash Blossom evenly. That seems all right.
Yeah.
DDD seems like
DDD as well.
Yeah, DDD seems like a really interesting choice. Like, when's the last time that deck's been relevant? Like,
yeah, I don't know. This deck got slaughtered by Master Rule 4.
Oh yeah.
We did see some kind of variance of DD with the cause like pendulum spam DD basically. So you play like, Electromites and stuff, and you can spam out like Ragnaroks and Thomases. Is kind of like I think is like the idea of what he's doing.
I think Electromite was kind of like the first piece of support to really put this deck like back in terms of viability, because before that, Master Rule 4 just really made this deck really difficult to play. It was still like playable, but not like, you know, not like the best or anything.
He just passed on Karibo. Oh, poor guy.
Man. That's like a pro play in Spiral too. Just someone quick fix makes Link Karibo pass.
That's like firewall pass redacted right there.
It's at least Hardleg Joe knows to play Link Karibo in a deck with level 1s, unlike me in my last match. But you know, we're not going to talk about that.
Is that correct? Should he be using set rotation here? Because I think because he's got like the normal summon of the agent because he gets the thing right. So he could have just went in and did like the whole master plan stuff.
Yeah, he could have. I mean, I think he just wants to resort just for the insurance, because it's like, why not?
Maybe like Baylor could be like a thing, I guess, because that guy's like.
Yeah, absolutely. Baylor is definitely one of those hand traps that, especially in this tournament, is very likely that people are playing. So I think he's just, you know, trying to be safe.
So we got here.
I was gonna say Helix, and he's going second, and I'm pretty sure he opted for second. So I mean, obviously he's playing a go second build.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This deck can put, I think the exact number.
He called it.
Damage. I hope he. Okay, he called it right on the top.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will like call it and then see the top card, and then halfway through the return they'll just like forget what it was.
Yeah, that is 100% true. Yeah, but this should be over because he can just do the combo pop Link Karibo before battle, and that's 8K. So
doesn't Karibo?
Oh, actually no, he can't because he has Resort. I take that back. So he has to. He has Big Red though, so he actually still might be able to do it anyway. Because I believe with Big Red you can still amass the damage you need.
This is why I wasn't sure about activating the resort here, because I think it completely like messes your master plan search and basically your combos. I don't know if he would be able to attack game him through Link Karibo anyway, because it's got that grave effect, right? Even if he does pop it.
You have to tribute a guy.
You have to tribute a level 1 to someone.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So, so Tom actually might be playing a Go First build, because he is playing Trigate Wizard. And you only play Trigate if you play the Go First build.
Wouldn't you play that anyway? Like, isn't there like...
You only play it if you're going first, because otherwise you never make it, because you're only really going to make it turn 1. And if you're playing a Go Second variant, like, it's pretty much just a wasted card in your extra deck. But I could be wrong. I mean, he might just opt to play it.
Because like you could find yourself in situations where like you break their boards with like your toughs and agents, and then like you can like make your own board, but like maybe not be able to kill them. Yeah,
it's just like in a Go Second build in particular, there's so many better options you can play in the extra deck that it's just like I don't know. I never found it like necessary for how much I played this deck anyway.
It looks like he's playing all the combo stuff. He's got like Firewall, the Trigate, Proxy.
He's playing 2 rescues, and he's also playing Utility Wire. So that also lends me to believe he is playing the Go First build. Because if you're playing Go First, you usually don't play Wire either.
Oh, okay. I think maybe there's just like a lot of space in the deck now because you've lost like terraformings. Well, I mean, it's not lost them, but like you don't run them anymore.
Yeah, but you just want to optimize depending on if you're blinding first or blinding second.
Yeah.
So that's like the card choices he's making tell me it's a Go First variant. So maybe Hardleg Joe did win the rock paper scissors. I missed it in the beginning.
His deck list was apparently like called Spiral Second.
Oh, was it? Okay, so no, I don't know then.
Or maybe it's like his second iteration of the deck. Who knows?
It
He's
could be.
just got that Trigate wizard there, chilling with no co-links.
What does it do now?
It's just 2200 vanilla.
See, this is my point. What's Trigate Wizard doing? It's not doing anything.
But well, at least he's protected from targeting.
Yeah.
That's a big deco talker. DD outs to fields like this, hard to really say.
Especially since he's up against 3 back row too. It's gonna be rough. Just
yeah, I mean,
well,
the only
his back row isn't even that good. I mean, because Utility Wire's dead. He doesn't control a super agent. Rescue just adds a card back to hand, and he can't scapegoat with, with monsters on the field. So actually, all 3 of his back row right now are currently dead.
Damn.
I mean, Hardleg Joe doesn't know that, but
Tom Boxer definitely went wrong here somewhere because
yeah,
that hand should have did some nuts things.
Yeah, he should have just left Agent or Double Helix on the board so that his Utility Wire would have been live. Didn't
you you bubbled with this deck, right? You didn't top with it, right?
Yes, I've bubbled with this deck.
you should be the expert here because top 10 cards I've never read. Number 1, Double Helix. Shout outs to that video, by the way. Make sure.
Double Helix is actually insane. Like, that card does so much. I've always said if any archetype gets a Double Helix, it's immediately broken.
Yeah, like it's a special summon. It floats to an extent.
It's a special summon, or it's add a card to your hand. So it's not like there's so much flexibility in that effect that it's just kind of crazy. Yeah.
All right, this guy has made Skull Dread and DD, and that is that he's got to do some good stuff right now.
Yeah, because
he's got a Necro. Yeah, he's got
Necro Slime. Yeah, so that's a good extender, and he's got the special summon from Skull Dread here too.
So I think his out to a 3/3 decode is like making so the DD I believe have like a level 8 fusion who's like 3k. So
the Beowulf, right?
Yeah, Beowulf, I think.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, he doesn't even have to worry about 3/3 because he could just kill Quick Fix or Trigate, and then decode goes down. Yeah.
Sure.
And this deck just makes big monsters really easily. That's what's so fun about it. So
he's got Siegfried down. Can he go into some other shenanigans here as well?
Well, he's got Lamia, so I mean, there's still stuff he can do.
This is getting spooky now.
Yeah.
He's probably safe. Like he's probably not dead. He set way too many cards as well, I think. So his evenly matched isn't going to do anything if he is going to need it for his following turn if his board did get broken. Yeah,
well, and especially because one of those cards is a continuous trap, and he has no means of removing it. So yeah, evenly's pretty much just a dead card in his hand at this point.
The DDD guy can negate the synchro one can negate any spell or trap, like any effect, right?
Correct, spell or trap, yes.
So he can just stop the scapegoat, and he might actually. I don't think he can push for game at this point. There's still too much on board, but being able to negate the scapegoat kind of wraps that up.
The nasty thing is that Beowulf actually has piercing, so
that's gross.
if he attacks with Beowulf last, which it doesn't look like he is, unfortunately, but if he did, he could have potentially just pierced through a scapegoat and maybe would have been able to like get a huge amount of damage in. I don't know if it would have been game, and it probably wouldn't have been, but that still would have been really cool.
So he is gonna fucking about this here.
He pretty much has to. I mean,
he should be able to negate it with Siegfried.
Yeah, so Siegfried will negate it. I think he really wants the rescue to go off, though.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Because now he can get back his agent, and then he has agent for next turn.
But to be fair, though, like he could have like.
Ooh, Ogre. Okay. That actually might benefit Tom because now rescue's engraved, so he can banish it and actually get double Helix back instead, and that's even more scary.
I didn't actually think Ogre would be able to activate there because like he's not activating the effect of face up; he's like activating it on activation. You know what I mean? So like if you flip like a face up trap, like that is continuous, but if you activate it on the flip, I think
it's still a trigger effect, so you have to activate it separately.
Yeah,
like you can flip it, but then you have to activate it.
Right.
You shouldn't be Ghost Ogre Rescue anyway, though. So this is
exactly. Yeah, I think that's a mistake. So Tom Box is going to use Resort, and it's going to get negated by Siegfried, which is pretty good. And now he's got Tough Agent because he top decked that Rhoda like a god.
Tough Agent. This is the Rat Barrage of Spiral, boys. Here we go.
It's Rat Barrage, except not nearly as good. So Tough's gonna miss. He probably called Monster and got a spell,
which is fine because like he can still like go off with his monsters now.
Yeah, so he's gonna summon Agent. Most likely, he's gonna pop the spell so that he can't fuse again.
Yeah, I'd pop the gate.
Yeah.
You
just want to cut off because the gate, I believe, you can fuse with monsters from grave. Oh, he popped Ragnarok.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
It's a miracle fusion.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got another way to deal with it, but we'll see.
Well, the thing is, I mean, he's got double Helix, and then he can rescue, bring back Agent, or excuse me, Tough, and then he knows what the top card is now, so now he can Tough pop something else, and he's going to use a Tough to summon off Helix to pop something else. Like, that's the fact that Tough is not once per turn is so stupid.
I know. That's why this deck was so good. It's just so good at like picking apart boards and
yeah.
He's gonna bring back another Tough here. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. You just literally like you can summon Tough like 4 times in a turn with this deck and pop 4 cards if you can call the first one right.
Yeah, this is so dumb.
Yeah. And now he has Utility Wire to spin back the Saryuja.
That's crazy. It's amazing how back and forth this game was.
And
back and forth isn't something you hear that often these days, but this definitely was back and forth.
I like how this is back and forth, and it was 3 turns.
Turn
4. Turn 4, yeah, sorry. But for a turn 4 game, that was actually pretty promising, I got to admit.
All right.
So I imagine Hardleg Joe's going first, because he is playing DDD.
No hand traps, unfortunately, for Tom, but he might be able to do something.
Yeah.
With that called by the grave in his hand there, which is that could come in really clutch.
Yeah, Tom's hand's actually really good because he has Tough Agent and with Called, so that means he can play through a hand trap with Helix. It really just depends on, at this point, how good of board Joe can assemble to like possibly negate stuff. He also got Foolish to send Quick Fix, so that's an extender right there. Because he can just pitch double summon and not really, care.
I think that was a Slime fused with a Lamia, maybe. So this could get really bad for Tom Box here. Oh, it's a Ghost.
Yeah.
I can't remember what Ghost does, but I believe it's quite good.
Yeah, Ghost, I think, just resurrects itself. I think it's on the field, so I'm assuming.
Well,
Saryuja for 4.
Oh yeah. He's got a dig.
That's pretty good.
I wonder if he's gonna hit a Soul Charge or something here.
Man, it looks like Saryuja really added a lot to this deck too, because this is the second time Joe's going into it.
Saryuja has like helped like so much. It's such a good card. It just does so much. Digging for those combo pieces, and specialing out the hand is like really big in a lot of decks.
It's interesting too, because like Saryuja doesn't feel like an unfair card. You know what I mean? It feels like very fair in a lot of ways. It does really powerful things, but it doesn't feel like absurdly broken. I don't know. You guys might feel differently.
I just feel like it's an all-around like really good card. Like I think it's like comparable to even like Borreload Dragon. Like being able to like unbrick your hands. Like if you draw wolves or something in like a 60 card deck, just being able to put them back and being able to special summon a dude. It's all really powerful. Like the card's just really well rounded.
The thing I like most about it is that it's. I feel like it's really well designed because the good effect, which is the draw one.
Right.
And basically all the effects say that you can only get those effects based on the number of materials used. So even though it's Link 4, for some decks that's quite easy to make.
Right.
Because sometimes you make Borreload with literally like 2 guys. Sometimes is it 2?
Well, it needs to be 3 guys for Borreload.
Okay, so sometimes you can make it with 3. In the scenario with Saryuja, you wouldn't get the draw. So I think it's very well designed because it says specifically you do need like X amount of monsters to get that overpowered effect. So you're investing a lot of cards to be able to actually like make it. So I think it's a fair enough trade-off that it would get such a powerful effect for 4
Exactly,
cards.
because to get the good effect, you need to invest 4 monsters, and then you get like 4 brand new cards out of it, and you only get a +1 off of that effect anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really cool. So
it's interesting that Siegfried negated Rota. I don't know. It's coming really big here, but I mean, I would have been scared of other things like Evenly or something instead. I would have held it for something like that, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, called by the grave on Quick Fix.
Gross.
That's really good. That pretty much is going to stop Tom right in his tracks here.
I think that just wraps up this game pretty easily at this point. Unless he can nail with the Tough. Maybe
it doesn't even matter if he nails with the Tough. He can't kill both monsters. So, like, I mean, just hitting... I mean, so he whiffed.
That's a wrap. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah, Hardleg should be able to kill him on the next turn. Ooh, and heavy Storm Duster, so even if he had back row.
Double summons.
What is it Farfa once said? The man is dead! What was that? The match of John versus Kanye when he was playing Mermaid?
Oh yeah, was that last year's or the year before? It was like
Yeah, he
every...
opened Diva Anti-Spell or something. Oh man, we've had some good times on this. Oh man.
All right, so this is just wrapping up like the game here.
Yeah.
He's probably got game in like 5 different ways.
Yeah, he's just styling on him, you know.
Well, I mean, obviously Hardleg still has to play around that one back row, because I mean, we've seen like Mirror Force and shit in this tournament. Just saying. I mean, he has Siegfried, so I guess he doesn't really have to worry. But
I don't think DD have any in-engine ways of dealing with back row other than like Siegfried, so he could be a little bit scared from it. Okay, so he's going to chain the Call by the Grave to the target of Ragnarok.
Yeah, but Siegfried's gonna negate it. So.
Ragnarok banishes a monster on the field anyway, so yeah, this is definitely a game. Oh
yeah.
Boy.
Oh my god.
This is
that's over like 15,000 damage, I think.
Yeah. Just enough, barely enough. Exact game.
So that's really showcasing DDD at their finest right there, I would say.
So he's got Tough Agent here.
Look, another Rhoda.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
It is. But if Tom's opting to go first, so I think he's definitely... Unless he chose specifically to go first for this matchup, which, I mean, if you're going against DDD, I guess that you could make the argument that going first is better.
I think if he gets this right and he doesn't have to deal with any hand traps, he, like, just go, okay, right, yeah.
Wow, nice blind call, yeah.
So now it's down to Joe having some hand traps here. Is what this comes down to now.
We know he plays Ogre. That's the only hand trap.
So interesting he's choosing the last resort, the double helix, because now Ogre cannot stop double helix. So that's actually really strong. And no hand trap. Okay. So, I mean, he might have an Ogre, but, I mean...
Yeah. The only really big one there would have been perhaps... I guess, would Gamma still negate with resort?
Gamma would still negate, but it wouldn't destroy. Yeah. So Gamma would have been a good option.
Gamma and, I guess, Ash as well.
Yeah, but there's no, I mean, other than Call, there's no way to really stop Ash. So, so this is good, but now the issue is, unless he's playing double Last Resort, which would be very unorthodox, he's relinquishing his ability to get the Sleeper with Last Resort equipped. So that's
just
the
play
issue.
Around the hand trap. Maybe he just felt like he wanted to be as safe as possible for game 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, so the thing was, yeah, so you know he doesn't have Ash if your double Helix resolved, because you would have Ashed it. So you know Master Plan's going to go through. And so he's getting Resort Quick Fix. Okay, so Resort's going to be able to nab... Oh, you know what he can do, actually? So I think I see what he actually...
Is the Ghost Ogre.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That was actually correct.
Yeah, playing around that was a good play at that point, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, because you can't confirm he doesn't have Ghost Ogre, so... Yeah, and it's just stopped him right in his tracks.
So he's going to have to hope that he lives here and is able to recur with the rescue in the end phase, if he lives that long. He should be able to live with the Scapegoat.
With the Scapegoat, he should be able to, yeah. And he's got rescue, so his next turn should actually be really strong.
So it depends on what Joe can make for us here. Are we going to see another Siegfried and... He had a rank 8 last turn.
Yeah.
Well, he tapped for game, but he had the ability to make a rank 8. So
yeah, so he could have had a Harbinger. Yeah. See, I think that's another reason why Saryuja is so good for DDD, because it gives you the 3 downward arrows, and that like really frees up your ability to start going off.
The 3 arrows is like really, really nuts.
Yeah.
Just being able to like have that many zones and like have the draws is such a strong card.
Swirl Slime activating.
He fused the Thomas, I think that was.
Yes.
So that's going to come back here. So he could have some rank 8 shenanigans here. I can't remember Thomas's on field effect. For the life of me.
I don't either. I just know the graveyard effect, because that's usually the most relevant one.
But Master Rule 4 hurt this deck really bad. However, we do have a Decode Zone here. So this actually helps so much, because I believe he should be able to make a rank... Oh, he's going to go for the Saryuja.
He's going to make the Saryuja, yeah.
So it depends on what he makes here.
All 3 games he made the Saryuja. That's so cool.
He definitely will have a rank 8. It's just a question of what else he can have with it. Now, he can go for Kali Yuga, I believe, which will shut off all of his opponent's effects for this turn, and just Heavy Stone his back row.
Which that would actually be really strong. But I think he can still change Scapegoat, couldn't he? Or does it shut down the ability to even activate it?
I think it's a spell speed 4, Kali Yuga, so he would
okay.
have to like activate Scapegoat before he like summons it. Yeah, so he's got 2 level 8s. I would Scapegoat now.
Right, and it looks like he's going to.
He's going to, yeah.
Okay.
Smart choice.
Yeah, so Tom demonstrating his knowledge of the matchup, so he knows he knows that Kali Yuga could just blow him out right now.
So now at this point, what would be like the optimal choice to make as a rank 8? Like
Harbinger, probably.
I was thinking Harbinger too. Like,
yeah.
There's like a lot of powerful spiral spells that they can top deck in this scenario, maybe.
I know he.
Felgrand is surprisingly really
I was about to
strong.
say Felgrand is actually really good too because of all the effects.
Yeah, the thing is though, I think the extra deck for DD is a little too tight to play Felgrand.
I was about to say that as well. I think that would be very. If he's playing Felgrand, that would be not standard by any means. Crystal Wing, though.
Crystal Wing, yeah.
That's basically Felgrand.
Oh, this is looking real tough. I don't know why he summoned Ragnarok in defense there. I guess it doesn't matter because it's going to be overlaid.
Yeah, well, I mean, and any... Tom only is going to take half damage this turn because he used Ragnarok's effect, correct?
Ah, yes, that's true.
Yeah, so Kali Yuga slammed down. I don't...
It looks like it is spell speed 4.
That's actually really bad because now double rescues in the grave, and that gives Tom a lot of options to break this board.
So he's going to clear 2 tokens, which honestly isn't that bad. It's just a question of can Tom Box play through a monster negate at this point?
He absolutely can because with 2 rescues in grave, it's actually very doable. Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember Kali Yuga's other effect now. I think it's during the standby you can heavy storm. Oh my god, Soul Charge!
Man. Okay.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tom should be able to take full control of this now. And he's got Quick Fix, which will add the big red, so that allows him just another extender there.
I'm curious why he's going for the big with the Quick Fix first, because I mean that's just gonna get instant negated, right?
Well, I mean, if it does get instant negated, that's totally fine because then you can just banish your rescue and bring Quick Fix back, and you're back to where you were. So that's totally fine by me.
So he's probably gonna have to save this monster negate for something really clutch, like you think of clutch, right? But then it's just like tough effect.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. The problem is anything that Hardleg Joe would negate with Crystal Wing, he's got double rescue and a big red, so he's just gonna resurrect it again, and it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
So that like
and Hold by the Grave on Tough. Oh my god, that actually he can chain it. Oh yeah, that's right. He has 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this Tough is gonna attempt to. What he could do here is, I can't remember the card text on Tough. Like, can he? Does he have to respond to Tough's activation? Or he's gonna use Super Agent first. So
it does not reveal. It doesn't reveal his cost, so he'd have to respond to the activation.
Okay, he's gonna negate Agent in hand.
So I think that's actually best because you're not revealing the information of your top card. So now he has to blind call, and then now he has big red. So he missed.
He missed it.
No.
Oh, that was really good by Joe, but it doesn't matter because he's got Soul Charge big red.
Yeah. So now what Tom most likely is going to do is he's probably going to link off the Tough, and then he can just big red, bring Tough back, call correctly, and then he can link it off again, Soul Charge it back, Tough, pop again.
Yeah.
Seems fair. Actually, he can get double Helix too with Soul Charge, and that just pretty much is going to like end it.
Oh, Mrs. Raiden, isn't that kind of bad because of the zone placement of Helix?
No, because you can put Helix on the far right. See?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Just like that. Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Spell cards here. I guess he's going to go for another Tough.
Yeah.
Popping off. That Mrs. Raiden reduces Tough. That's hilarious. What a random attribute. Why does he win?
That's actually really interesting because he could have gone for adding Sleeper to hand, and he can Soul Charge back Last Resort, and you can actually equip Last Resort to Sleeper from field. So he could have actually kept a Sleeper here and had some sort of disruption during Hardleg Joe's turn, depending on like if he drew like maybe a gate or something.
I don't think it matters as much though, because even if we're looking at it, Hardleg's got no cards in hand, no cards on field. Oh, he's about to have no cards on field, so it's just going to be rough.
Soul Charge is just as good in DDD as it is in Spiral.
Yeah. That is fair. That is fair.
He might also have a Necro Slime still in the graveyard, so he's got some form of play next turn. I think. I'm not 100%.
I like this Borolo Dragon play, though, because he just gets to steal the Saryuja now.
So, Soul Charge, not required. Just icing on a cake.
Also, Mrs. Radiant's boosting Saryuja by 500, fun fact. Because it happens to be an Earth.
What a big, big dragon. Is he a dragon sculptor? It's a dragon, right?
He is a dragon, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If Hardleg rips Soul Charge here, he only gets one target.
Yeah, he only gets one target, so it's like, it's really...
Yeah.
I think if Tom Box...
one special summon and Necro Slime might actually do something.
That's true.
He could top deck...
Monster Reborn. That could be a thing.
Top deck the Kepler, which can search the Miracle Fusion. So, I mean, he does have some options depending if it's a good top deck.
There's definitely top deck capabilities here. Yeah. Foolish. Okay.
Foolish, okay.
He can send a Necro. He could send...
If he already doesn't have it, it's kind of pointless. That was really risky from Tombox, actually. I feel like he should have... Because I don't know, like if he didn't have game, he maybe should have tried to establish an unbreakable board for the top deck.
Right.
I mean, but at that point, you just have to consider the top deck. Like, are you really scared of? There's 30 cards in the deck. How many viable options are there for him to draw into?
So he's going through his graveyard. Was there a second Necro Slime? I don't think there was.
I don't think there was either.
Beowulf. Okay.
Yeah.
So Beowulf
all this is really gonna do is just beat over Radiant, and that's
right. Yeah, I mean, and I guess you're weighing too the option that, you know, because Tom went in for all the damage, he reduced Hardleg Joe's Soul Charge play potential.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
that's
maybe
a good point. He knew what the top deck was. This whole time, yeah, he's been guessing the card. Yeah, we knew what the top deck was. Shit, never mind. That's completely irrelevant. Okay. Debar. Okay. If he wants to really stall this out and mess with him, he can just, like, set a Debar.
He legit has game on board and he wants to fiddle around a little bit.
You could just mess around a little bit.
And it looks like it. Yeah. At this point, you just Borreload steal. Oh, actually, oh wait, no. Borreload points left to right. So you could actually do that.
Just Borreload, snatch it up, and then attack with it.
It's so rare that Borreload isn't like in the extra monster zone. So I forgot it has sideways arrows.
Borreload has like such good arrows for a Link 4.
Yeah,
it's weird arrows actually. I think because if you put it in the extra deck monster zone, you're just giving yourself one arrow to work with, which is a little bit
two. It's like Mrs. Radiant. So, all right, guys. So that's gonna do it. The finishing blow with Hardleg Joe's own card, but MSTTV gonna make it onto the top 4, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video. See you in the next match.